It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. There are growing fears for a 62-year-old hunter man who's gone missing overnight. Stuart Murrell was last seen on a BMX trail at Metford Road at Tanambit at about 1:30 yesterday afternoon, but failed to return home as expected by 5 p.m. There are concerns for his welfare as he has a serious medical condition which needs treatment. We've posted a photo of Stuart on the 2NURFM Hunter News Facebook page. If you've seen him or know where he is, contact Raymond Terrace Police Station. Port Stephens police are searching for two men who held up a Williamtown service station early today. The pair entered the Metro outlet on Nelson Bay Road at about 3:45 and threatened the console operator with a baseball bat and samurai sword while demanding cash. It's believed to be the same two men who held up the Metro station at Sandgate last Friday morning. Local MPs are criticising a $1 million wildlife carers fund developed by the state government to support wildlife organisations like Port Stephens Koalas. The government is being scrutinised for only releasing 20% of the funds to wildlife organisations, while apparently redirecting the rest to mapping projects and the creation of two new government positions overseeing wildlife rehabilitators. Port Stephens MP Kate Washington says the government paid itself rather than supporting the volunteers.
Well, $500,000 went straight back into the department itself. So the government paid itself to do a program that was not part of the promised funds. The wildlife carers themselves were promised $1 million and the minister has failed to give it to them.
The University of Newcastle is forecasting a significant financial hit from the COVID-19 pandemic, although the expected losses won't be as bad as other universities. Vice-Chancellor Alex Zielinski has told staff the projected loss of income from the pandemic is in the order of $58 million this year. However, it's emerged other universities have been hit harder. The University of New South Wales is predicting a loss of up to $600 million, Wollongong $90 million and Western Sydney $75 million. The National Tertiary Education Union says Newcastle has sufficient cash reserves to cushion the blow without impacting staff numbers and conditions. The Rail, Tram and Bus Union says Newcastle Council should stop pushing driverless toys and consult with the community on the transport needs for the city. Council has decided to postpone a trial of driverless shuttles due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the union says the shuttles are expensive and dangerous and can only fit 3 commuters at a time due to social distancing requirements. It says the money being poured into the project will be better spent returning cancelled bus services to the city. Local organisation Newcastle Art Space is hoping to benefit from the state government's $50 million support package for not-for-profit art and cultural organisations. The organisation provides affordable studio space for emerging artists and were hit hard having to cancel exhibitions and workshops during the pandemic. Art Space's Leah Forthrup says the funds have dramatically assisted them to get their recovery plans off the ground.
We've got a business management plan in place that we are implementing now, and that was always a long-term goal, but it was always going to be a bit of a battle to get some of our plans off the ground. But now it's given us time to actually breathe a little bit. And so the package for us, if we are deemed worthy by Create New South Wales and by the government, we will be able to put some plans in place, and some of them is employing artists.
2NURFM Sport.
Knights back rower Sione Matatia missed out on the first 2 rounds of the year due to injury and is hopeful he'll get a start against Penrith this Sunday. The selection for the 17-man squad will be announced sometime today, and the 23-year-old says he's feeling ready to go.
Feeling fit. Match fitness is a whole different story, but training-wise, feeling pretty fit. The knee's come along really well. I haven't strapped it for a while, so it's always a good sign leading into the game. So I'm feeling pretty confident on it and hopefully get the run on this week.
Meanwhile, Kalen Ponga is reportedly close to finalising a $1.1 million contract extension, which will keep him with Newcastle until the end of the 2025 season. And Newcastle Harness Racing Club will push for the return of the Hunter Regional Championships, believing it will attract large crowds. The $1 million pace was replaced by the regional titles when coronavirus restrictions were put in place. Newcastle Harness Racing Club Secretary Wayne Smith says the series was extremely popular with participants. And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 16, 8, 36, 17, 24 and 40, and the supplementaries are 41 and 4. 2NURFM News Time, 25 to 9.